There was a time when Italy wasn't just a peninsula, it was an emotion shared in every corner of the world. Between 1978 and 1982, while the country was drowning in the darkness of the years of lead, political violence, bombings, and scandals, the national team became an unexpected light. It wasn't just football anymore. It was pride, rebirth, national identity. But today, in 2026, that blue seems faded. What really happened? Welcome to this journey from paradise to the desert of Italian football. Bearzot, the Vecchio, took a team that everyone had already written off and led them to the top of the world. A disastrous start, defeat against Poland, 3 draws in the group stage, then the magic. Argentina, Brazil, and West Germany swept aside. Paolo Rossi top scorer with 6 goals, Tardelli running like a madman with that unforgettable scream. A special curiosity from Madrid, Sandro Pertini, the partisan president, became as much a protagonist as the players. After Altobelli's 3-1 goal, he shouted on live TV, "They won't catch us anymore." And who can forget the legendary game of scopone on the flight back home? Pertini, Bearzot, Zoff and Causio. The president getting angry because Causio wouldn't pass him the right cards. In the 1980s, Serie A was the most beautiful league in the world. Platini at Juventus, Maradona at Napoli, Zico at Udinese, Falcao at Roma. The stadiums were theaters packed with 50 to 60,000 people. Football was social life, not just business. In the 1970s, football changed forever. The Moviola arrived on TV, slow-motion replays on RAI that drove referees and fans crazy. Yellow and red cards became standard from 1970, and substitutes on the bench became the norm. The first names on jerseys. Milan experimented on November 25, 1979, in the Milan-Napoli match, surnames on the back. It only became a fixed rule years later, in 1995. Sponsors. In 1981, the FIGC gave the final green light. The 1981-82 season saw Juventus with Ariston, Roma with Barilla, Napoli with Serio. Jerseys would never look the same again. 2006, the last World Cup triumph. Then Euro 2020, won on penalties, felt like a new beginning, but the abyss followed. 2 consecutive World Cup qualifying failures in 2018 and 2022. Euro 2024 knocked out in the round of 16 by Switzerland 0-2. Today, in March 2026, Italy sits 13th in the FIFA World Ranking, their worst position in years, with around 1,702 points. The real reasons? First, the disappearance of street football. Kids no longer play in courtyards or alleys. Youth academies focus on tactics and immediate results, not dribbling and creativity. Natural talents like before simply aren't emerging anymore. Second, the incoming foreigners after the Bosman ruling in 1995. Before, maximum 3 foreigners per team. Today, in top clubs, Inter, Napoli, Juventus in recent seasons, often only 3 or 4 Italians start regularly. Recent Serie A champions fielded very few Azzurri players. Third, chronic debt and outdated management. Italian clubs are buried under billions in losses. FIGC data shows cumulative debts in the billions. We can no longer compete financially with the Premier League or PSG. Fourth, fear and outdated tactics. The world has moved to high pressing and extreme athleticism. Italy stayed anchored to an evolved catenaccio, but without the world-class players to make it work anymore. In the 1982 World Cup, the national team had 0 foreigners. In the current 2025-26 Serie A season, Foreigners make up about 68.7% of registered players, over 2/3. For those of you living abroad, the national team has never been just a team. It's a piece of home to defend with your head held high. Today, that blue seems faded, just like in 1974. But history teaches us one thing. Italy always rises again when the abyss looks deepest. Maybe we just need to rediscover that soul, the one that made our hearts tremble in front of an old radio or a black and white TV. If you believe the blue can shine again, drop a like, subscribe, and comment. 1982 will return. Until next time, Forza Italia always.